talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is J.H. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Everybody crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. We're going to touch on two different topics. First, we're going to speak about the union president and his bold statement, and we're going to talk about a union president and his bold statement on why it affects you in your everyday choices and decisions. Now, this is now one of the other videos that you've been seeing floating around. I'm not going to even address the foolishness. What I am going to say is, I used an analogy the other day of an individual that has a little laser light and they're playing with their cat, and the cat is just running around trying to catch this imaginary light. Got you going from one side to the other, got you going from circle to circle. That's the game that's being played with you right now when it comes down to your union contract. It's good to jump on here and say, we got some news. No, it gives people false hope. It got some news about no news. It gives you false hope. It gives you... I've been doing this for a minute. I know when to drop news. And here's some news for you. Teamster's union president made a statement. His statement was very bold, very direct. He will not endorse Kamala Harris. His reasoning behind it was, you do not hire someone until they are interviewed. Let me get the quote out so you can hear exactly what he said. That way I do not misspeak it. Teamster's president says he hasn't endorsed Kamala Harris yet because you don't hire someone unless you give them an interview. It is so ironic that that just happened to be said, because that is what this whole video is going to be about. This whole video is going to be about this. Every single person that joined the union, new members, current members, veteran members, they have all been pushed a piece of paper and said, join the union. We have a bunch of people that are on flip sides of the script. We got a bunch of people that are saying they want to leave the union. We have a bunch of people that are saying, you're going to be a scab if you leave the union. Well, the biggest and most powerful union in this country at the moment, president made a statement that says you do not hire someone until you give them an interview. And he's referring to the president of the United States. This is not political, but those words came out of his mouth, which in turn tells me to ask you, why is it that the union keeps shoving a piece of paper into people's face when they first get hired? They don't know what they're in for. They have no idea. They have no idea. Whether you're a new hire, a current hire, or a veteran, this video is for you. The NALC contract has been unresolved for 500 days minimum. This has created a lot of uncertainty especially for the new employees who are being asked to join the union without fully understanding it. You wouldn't hire someone without giving them an interview, right? So why should you join the union without meeting the stewards and understanding what they stand for? Too many times today, we hear about stewards that are in bed with management. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to drop the facts. The ones that are going to get angry and upset are the ones that are in bed with management, that are self-serving. You read them in the comments. I drop different videos. I give you what you need to hear. Facts. I'm not saying don't join. But why join? Has any one of you that has been there when the new person comes in and say why you should join the union immediately or you should wait? Number 2 is the biggest advantage is immediate representation, or so it should be. Is it that way? I've read it, I've seen it, you've read it, you've seen it. So many stations don't have representation. What are they giving the money for? The first thing you want is representation that is for you, that is going to represent your beliefs and your needs. So is it safe for me to say you should do this even if it's against your wants and your needs? Give me money. It's asinine to sit here and think that people will just go with the flow without thinking on their own, because they call them people. What do y'all call them? Sheep? Whoa, Jay, you going there? Yes, Jay goes there. And I'm going to have a round table with a couple of my homies, and we're going to do a Zoom meeting, and we're going to address this topic directly. If your union president, the man of the hour, Mr. Teamsters himself, has said he won't endorse because of those specific reasons, which is why I said I don't hire a lawyer until I meet the lawyer first. This is why I've been saying from day one, you got probation to get through when you first walk through the door. During your probation period, they technically can't help you. Somebody gonna get in the comments and say that's not true. So many people have been fired within the first 90 days and they can't be helped. But the day one orientation, they tell you fill that out. Now you're stuck because it's political for them. Then the person gets to the station and finds out that this person is in bed with management. Y'all know what I mean by that. Then they wonder where the solidarity is at. Then they wonder, how is it that I got sucked into this? I'm angry, I'm mad. Let me get on JH's channel and talk the trash. And all I see in the comment section is somebody else saying, well, if you don't like it, you could leave. That's not the answer. For the old timers that are here and that have been in the union and have seen the pros and the cons of what the union can do for you, you need to pull some of these people under your wings and say, look, I know it's hard right now. I know Jackie's an asshole. I know James is an asshole, but this is what you need to do. We've dealt with people like this in the past. We can get rid of that asshole, get somebody fresh in there that's going to represent our needs, but the old timers ain't gonna sit there and pull nobody under their wings. The new people ain't gonna sit there and they keep calling JJ, what can I do? Jay, what can I do? I am not part of that I'm not in your union. NALC is not my union, but I'm not even, I don't know the terminology behind it. But people come and call me. I'm in a different state. They calling me. That's a shame that they can't reach their own damn shop stewards. And for all of you shop stewards that are watching, all of your union presidents that are watching, you should make sure that your information is readily available on the wall. Because if this sounds unfamiliar to you because you are readily available, I applaud you. That's awesome. But if this isn't readily available to every single one of the employees that walks through the door, Shame on you. I've been over to UPS. They know who their shop stewards are. I know my dad was part of the Teamsters when I was in culinary. How about that? Used to work for the hospitals. Every other union, except for the USPS, has this information readily available to every employee. How to reach, how to contact, how to get in touch with, who's the emergency contact, what to do next, whenever possible. This place has gotten so complacent, so toxic. Yeah, I spoke about managers the other day. Now I'm talking about our own union because it is clear the people are tired. And for Renfro to sit there and say, we're glad you keep on fighting and holding on and we're strong. It is a mockery to you and about you because you are shelling money out, and he said nothing in that video, not a thing. He said the same thing he said 2 weeks ago, a month ago, locked in a hotel room. And the shameful part is that other creators are gonna repeat that. I'ma tell you, he's full of shit. It's gonna be historic. That's what I heard last week. Now it's gonna be dynamic. He's full of shit. He's full of shit, and people are hungry. Unconscious Thoughts brought up a good point the other day. That money that you did not get because you didn't get your raise, it should be getting compound interest if it was invested in your TSP. I didn't even think of that. That young man is intelligent. Let me tell you that. He gonna be it. He gonna be it. But think about that. Are they negotiating that as well? Are they negotiating new trucks for you? Are they negotiating higher wages for you? You don't know because there's no transparency. You got people like Tyler Vasor that are sitting there continuing to fight for you, continuing to talk for you, continuing to deal for you. But here we go. The union is only as strong as its memberships and its members. The name, because it's a union, it's great. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I know that the APWU, I'll be listening to them people, they over there clapping. They got power behind them. Notice that your videos for the NALC, they shut the comments off. Think about that. They shut the comments off because they don't want the feedback. If they don't want your feedback and you're paying them money and you're arguing that other people are scabs, then maybe it's not them that's the scab. If you can't give me no information, you're a scab because you're not in the union. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'll join tomorrow. Tell me what we're going to get on our contract. Well, I will shut the hell up. Stop calling people names. Encourage people. Don't sit there and talk shit about people. This is such a touchy subject, and guess who touched it? The voice of the voiceless. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you what it's all about. When the man, the Teamsters president, says, do not hire someone until you interview them. Do not sit there and say it's okay to be part of this union or any union if you do not have everything you need readily available. It's time for all those unions to step up and act unified so that everybody that you represent knows what it is they're coming in for, what it is that they're paying their money for, who is it that they need to contact, who is it that they need to contact in case you get sick. All that stuff's supposed to be readily available, not this Mickey Mouse union shit show that you guys got on, where you got a union shop steward that's never there because they know how to exploit the system and they beat it with the FMLA. They beat it with the, come on, man, talk to me. You know shit is real when Jay start getting animated. And the funny thing is, this ain't even my union. I want y'all to think about what I just said. I want y'all to engulf everything that I said. You could fuss. Everybody's entitled to opinion, respectfully. But what I just told you is not opinion. That's fact. There are stations around this country that do not have representatives. There are stations around this country that have shop stewards that are in bed with management. There are stations in this country that have shop stewards that are out on FMLA and people do not know who to contact. There are stations in this country. Do I need to continue going on? Do I continue to go on? Talk to me. Don't talk to me. Talk to each other, encourage each other, help each other out, because only you can change this motherfucking culture. That's what we talking about. Change the culture. This is JH. And I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.